What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. You may have seen the headline in the last 24 hours, Venom to adapt Maximum Carnage and become a part of the MCU. This coming just days after people started to rumor that Thor 4 would actually be responsible for introducing the Venom symbiote, which may actually be the truth, but as soon as this headline broke, I saw certain major publications and or YouTube channels try to conflate this storyline with the original 1984 Secret Wars storyline. They think we're getting somewhere down the road as a Phase 5 and 6 crossover event. We already know they're going to be doing the 2015 Secret Wars, not the one from 1984. We're going to go ahead and break down where this Maximum Carnage Venom 3 storyline actually came from originally, not just where the headlines came from, debunk it, and then talk about why Thor 4 has the best chance of introducing what may be the Venom symbiote into the MCU. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including copies of Avengers Endgame in DVD and Blu-ray all through the end of the month. In fact, we'll announce a new winner at the end of this. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and like I said, stick around to the end of the video. I'll announce a new winner and get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So 2 or 3 months after Infinity War's release in the summer of 2018, Marvel Comics went ahead and quietly retconned the origin of the Venom symbiote. While everyone's attention was focused on Avengers 4 and trying to guess the title, in the comics they went ahead and said that there was actually a primal symbiote, a god symbiote that ruled over space before the Celestials showed up. They battled for supremacy, and in that, the symbiote god forged a Necro Sword in the fire of a dying Celestial. Quick side note, apparently the fire was awful and the hammer that was used to forge the sword made a horrible noise, hence explaining why the symbiotes have a weakness towards both fire and noise. Not only did it go a long way in explaining that, but it actually retconned the Necrosword that had already shown up in a 2013 Jason Aaron Thor run. This same Necrosword is attached to one certain Gor the God Butcher, who has been reported to be the main villain of Thor 4, using this sword to go kill gods one by one as he himself feels smited by them and their existence not willing to help people like him who lost his entire family. And with the existence of dead Celestials already floating around the known MCU landscape like nowhere, I argued that this may be a really good introduction, and also mentioned that this sword is what's used to kill Galactus somewhere down the road after Thor eventually defeats Gor the God Butcher. Like I said in this other video, I'll link at the end of this, he banishes the Necro Sword to a black hole, where he then has to go to retrieve it because he needs it to kill Galactus. It could be they're setting this up down the road as the weapon they need to defend against him. Either way, the introduction of Gor the God Butcher and perhaps the Necro Sword during Thor 4 has nothing to do with how Venom 3 would adapt Maximum Carnage somewhere down the road and try to make its way into the MCU. That comes from a completely different source, and even though this news made its way into a headline via the publication We've Got This Covered, his source is completely unverified, and there's no way that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios are going to reverse on what they've already said about rebooting all of these properties that are not intrinsic to the MCU canon. It doesn't matter if they were adjacent on a TV show, and they even worked in conjunction during pre-production and oversaw it to make sure it referenced it properly. There is no way they're going to include the Carnage movie or Venom 1 or Venom 2, either way you want to cut it, into the MCU after those movies were made by Sony without the direction of Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios from the very beginning. I think the best case scenario for how they're setting up this possible symbiote origin in the MCU is doing this and introducing the Necro Sword and leaving the door wide open if they should ever get the rights back, if Sony would be willing to work with them and put the symbiote in the MCU under their direction in a reboot style. That's the best case scenario you have for making its way over, but I highly doubt this possible introduction of the Necro Sword is even going to reference the symbiote at first, and I'm willing to go on record as saying that Tom Hardy's Venom and any of the associated characters in either of those first 2 movies, both Venom 1 and then Andy Serkis's directed Venom 2, will ever make their way into the MCU. Yes, I know Andy Serkis was an MCU actor, and a lot of people pointed to that as saying, hey, there's a possible bridge here. Either way, they were not under the direction of Marvel Studios again, so there's no way that Kevin Feige is going to be like, you know what? Let's let him in. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments, both about Thor 4 possibly setting up the symbiote origin. Do you agree with me that they're just leaving the door open in case they get to do this down the road? And also this crazy story that Maximum Carnage Venom 3 could make its way into the MCU. Come on, you got to agree with me that that's absolutely nuts. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a ton of copies of Avengers Endgame and DVD and Blu-ray. Congratulations to our next winner winner. Zach, you win for this comment here. Secret Wars is my favorite storyline. Just go ahead and DM me on my Instagram or email me at everythingalwaysyt@gmail.com. I'll get your information and get you your copy out. You'll get to decide whether you want the DVD or Blu-ray. Guys, if you want to win any of these copies or the PlayStations, all the same rules apply. All you got to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video. The more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. My name is Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks for checking out the channel and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.